you how to do exactly what it is that they're doing. Okay, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and bring up Ambassador Luke Hessler.
Thank you. All right, how are we doing? Good? Good. All right, cool, guys. Well, once again, wow, a lot more people over there. Nice. Welcome, guys. Well, real quick, I'm not going to take up, too much more of your time. I'm going to go like 15 minutes, just kind of really wrap this whole thing up and kind of conceptualize it a little bit more for you guys so you guys can really understand what's happening here. Because, there's not 60 kids, jam-packed into a basement for no reason. Obviously something is happening, something's going on, and there's an old saying in the world that success leaves clues, right? People who are successful in the world, they didn't just wake up one day and they're successful. They did something to get there. And our job, if you want to be successful, is to find those clues and then duplicate the actions in order to duplicate the results that they're getting. So that's what we're trying to do here. That's all I did. You can see I'm nothing special, dude. I'm a 21-year-old senior at Michigan State University. I'm the same thing as you guys, dude, college students. And the only difference between me and you is that for the last 2.5 years, like 27 months that I've been involved in this thing, I've been doing something a little bit differently. As everyone else is, in school, is going to school, they're going to class, they're going to the parties, they're doing that. I did that, but at the same time, I added in one extra habit, and it got me to where I'm at today. And that habit was simply building this business at first on a part-time basis. Then once I kind of saw some full-time results, then I went full-time in this thing, and that kind of what's brought me to here today. So what I'm going to do real quick is tell you guys a little bit of just, a little bit of my background, my resume, because if you guys are thinking the same thing I was thinking when I got involved is, why should I listen to this 21-year-old kid? You're telling me you're just a kid, dude. You're nothing special. Why should I listen to you about how to make money? So let me tell you, man, is because in life, Katie kind of touched on it, right? You have to listen to people that have what you want, right? If you want to be a professional athlete, basketball, LeBron James, golf, Tiger Woods, right? But if you want to make money at a young age, you have to study young people that are making money. It's pretty logical and it makes sense. See, that's exactly what I did. I studied a guy named Brad Alcazar. He was 25 years old at the time when I met him, and he was making about $40,000 a month doing this business. Obviously, I was a business student at Michigan State University going to school to make money because that's what I thought you do. You go to high school, get good grades, go to college, get good grades, get a resume, apply for a job, work your way up the corporate ladder, and that's how you make money. And that's why I was going to school, right? I didn't understand that you could skip all those steps and just go straight to making money right now, and Brad did that, because this guy, he's 25 years old, really is just a kid, dude, just like us, 25 years old, but yeah, he was making $40,000 a month of residual income, passive income, and if he quits working, he kept getting paid. He had no college degree, no boss, no hours, he wasn't a genius to any degree, and I don't know about you guys, but, I've always been, back in high school, big athlete, very competitive type person, and I was always at the point where it's like, dude, if you can do it, I can do it too. And that's what I saw with Brad. He was just a normal human being, and that's why it kind of clicked with me. Here's the thing, though, is that, so in the last 28 months, it took him 4 years to get to the point where he was making $40,000 a month, right? And he told me that the goal of this business model is to create a system where it doesn't matter if you're a Harvard graduate or a high school dropout, right? If you follow these steps and you do what we're saying, this will work for you. And by following that system and improving that system, because, perfection's a myth and progress is the goal in this whole thing. This is the worst we will ever be, ever. We know we're not perfect, right? We're not perfect at explaining this, conceptualizing it for you guys, but we also know that this is working, man. This thing in the last 28 months has took me from being a dead broke college student to where now my biggest month is about $34,000, and residually I make about $250,000 a year from this business, dude. Not to come up here and brag, not to go do anything like that, because you can tell I'm just a normal person like you, but just to show you guys, you're not working with chumps, dude. You're not working with people that don't know what they're doing. And if people tell you that you have to get in early to make money, that's bullshit, okay? Because this company's been around for 9 years. I've been in it for 27 months, and I was now the number 38 income earner in the entire company, dude. I wasn't the number 38 person ever to get involved, but because this team is so good, and it wasn't because of what I did, dude. It's because of these people you heard speak before me. The team that we've created is so good, it's gotten us to the point of where we're at. So let me get into a few things of really why this thing's working, then I'll kind of conceptualize it a little bit more, and we'll have you guys on your way. Okay, so there's a couple things going on in the world right now that is making this really, really, really kind of a good solution for a lot of people's problems. And here's the thing, is that the world's changing. We can all agree with that, right? The world is changing, dude. 100 years ago, all of our parents were agriculture, right? They were farmers doing things like that. Grandparents, 90% of Americans 100 years ago were in agriculture, farming. Then what happened? The Industrial Revolution came around, right? And what happened in the Industrial Revolution? This is when the 40-40-40 plan came into play. You go to work for 40 hours a day, you work for 40 years of your life, and you retire on 40% of your income. Save up for your 401k, things things like that, okay? Here's the problem, all right? Now we're moving into another age. We're going away from the industrial age, and we're going into the connected age, okay? And why is that? It's because of two reasons. Number one is outsourcing, or is the fact that right now, because the world's so connected, okay, we're going out and they're hiring someone over in India who's willing to work for half the cost, all right, and twice as hard to take our jobs, all right? That's number one. Number two is technology. All right, I just saw someone actually in Minnesota. He posted this. We have a big, brand partner group on Facebook, like 9,000 people from all across the country, all across the world that are in this thing on our team. He posted a group. He went to a restaurant. They eliminated waiters. Now you order off an iPad, okay, and it goes to the back, and the cook sees it on the screen. Eliminating waiters, dude. Like, so these jobs are not coming back, right? Because that's way more. Think of yourself as a CEO. Does it make sense to buy a $500 iPad and hook it up? Or does it make sense to pay someone every single day consistently? As a CEO, it's just a better investment to just pay for that iPad, right? So technology is these jobs that we thought were secure are leaving us, dude. And in order to get something different, you have to do something different, right? In order for things in your life to change, you got to change things in your life. So people are understanding that the economy is not in the best position right now, right? And people are understanding also the fact that we're the most socially connected generation of all freaking time. Right? We have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I have people that are videotaping me right now. Technology this wasn't possible, right? 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, right? So here's the thing. Is that because of technology, this allows us to go out and tell the story to literally anyone. You see, I have a team over in Europe. I actually just got back from Europe, building the same business over in Europe. Man, these guys are on fire about this thing. And I have a team over in Europe. How do we connect with them? How do we teach them what to do? The same thing you're doing right now. Send them video recorded calls of us explaining it. Have UVUs, which is like a Skype with the 12 people on it. Have webinars that connects us. So this technology that makes us the most socially connected generation of all time is allowing us to do something remarkable, right? So now this is what our company's doing. This is what Vemma sees. They look at a company like Facebook, okay? How is a Facebook, right? We all have Facebooks in here, right? Here's the thing. How did any of you guys hear about a Facebook? Mouth to mouth, right? Word of mouth advertising. Someone who told someone who told someone who told someone. You never saw a billboard ad. You never saw a TV commercial. You never saw anything like that. So our CEO, who by the way won Executive of the Year at the American Business Awards, the Silver Stevie Award, which Steve Jobs won in 2010, and it's not just like within our industry. This is like a global award, like for going against Pepsi, Coke, Microsoft, Apple, and our CEO won Executive of the Year. Not a small thing. Right? So why is he winning this? Is because number one is that he took that exact same marketing strategy that Facebook used, but then decided to pay consumers for it. Imagine if Zuckerberg came up to you in the beginning, when everyone was back on MySpace, and he was like, listen, for every person that you get to switch from MySpace to Facebook, I'm going to pay you $20. All right? And if they go and get someone else to switch as well, I'm going to pay you for that as well. Dude, how rich would a lot of us freaking be, right? We'd be making some money, right? Because here's the thing, is that we were the ones that got people to go from MySpace to Facebook. I was the one who told my friends, dude, you're a loser from MySpace, you go to Facebook, it's the cool thing, right? That's what we said that, man. That was us. Yet we never got paid for that. All we're saying here is, listen, dude, Red Bull, Rockstar, Monster, 5-Hour Energy, this energy drink industry is a $12.5 billion industry. Brings to grow by 50% in the next 5 to 10 years, and it's saturated with unhealthy products. All we're saying is stop buying that, right? Switch your spending from the Red Bull, Rockstar, Monster, 5-Hour Energy, Starbucks, things like that. Pick that money up. Put it into Vemma instead. Tell your friends to do the same thing. You're not only going to get a healthier alternative, but you're also going to get paid for it. Okay, so that's the concept that our CEO took. So the question you guys may be asking is, how do they know who tells who? Right? You kind of can understand this whole word-of-mouth advertising thing. They pay us for that rather than traditional advertising. But how can they tell who tells who? Well, this is how. When you guys get involved, when you become a customer of the product, you're going to get a free marketing website. Your first name, your last name.vemma.com. So let's say Jake was the one who told me about it. Okay, Jake has his own free marketing website. He shows me the products. I'm like, this is legit. I go to Jake's website, I hit buy product, okay, and based on the amount of product that I buy, he's going to get paid accordingly. I buy 1 case, $10, 2 cases, 20, 7 cases, $100. Here's the thing. Now, when I go to his website and hit buy product, I'm going to get my own free marketing website. First name, last name, .vemma.com. Really simple concept. So now let's say I'm in class, right? I have a verb sitting on my desk, and Katie's sitting next to me, and Katie's like, what's that? Simple conversation starter, guys. This, most people haven't even seen this can before. Okay, so here's the thing. What's that? All right, I say verb, healthy energy drink. She tries it, likes it. Exact same conversation Jake had. She goes to my website, hits buy product. I get paid for the referral based on the amount of product she buys. Simple. One case, $10. Two cases, $20. 7 cases, $100. Here's the really, really, really powerful thing about this business model, though, is that if Jake would have never told me, I would have never told Katie. Right? We can all agree with that. So here's the thing. Therefore, Jake is indirectly responsible for that referral. Right? Because if he would have never told me, I would have never told Katie. So doesn't it make sense, right? Doesn't it make sense that Jake would give a little piece of that? Right? He'd get a little piece of that referral because he was indirectly responsible for it. Yes, it does. So that's what this is, okay? In this business, you don't just get paid for people who you tell and who they tell, but who they tell and who they tell down the road. So here's my story, wrapping it all up. All right, in the last 28 months, I personally have had 8 people go to my website and hit buy product. 8 people. All right, those 8 people have now turned into over 4,500 across all 50 states, 29 different countries, and my business now generates about $6.9 million a year in annual revenue. Okay, by telling 8 people. You want to know why? Because my Facebook's different than yours. Your Facebook's different than his. Your Facebook's different than his, right? So think about if you just take your Facebook, funnel it into this, man. The average Facebook user has 667 friends. Tell them that you just got introduced to an amazing opportunity and you think it's going to be legit. All right, you know that they're business-minded, they're smart people, they're social, and you just want their opinion on it. We have webinars on the daily. All right, some people are too lazy to get out of bed and come to an event like this, but everyone's on their computer late at night stalking other people's profiles on Facebook, right? Just tell them to do something tell them to do something, actually productive, and just watch this 30-minute webinar because you want their opinion. As a friend, dude, I'm getting into this business. As a friend, I just want to know what you think. Get them educated on it because that's our goal, is to educate people on what's going on. Because I truthfully believe that when people understand that simply by stopping to buy the unhealthy products, picking that money up, redistributing it into healthy products, and by telling your friends to do the same thing, if people actually knew that all you have to do is that, and you can legitimately make as much money as you want, whether you want an extra $500, $1,000 a month, or Brad, my mentor, you guys, some people think I'm making the top, like, dude, we're just getting started, all right? This is chump change compared to what we're seeing in the next 5 to 10 years. And I say that completely seriously, okay? Brad Alkazan, my mentor in this thing, 28 years old, makes 55 G's a week, all right? He has a Lamborghini Aventador, a Rolls Royce, dude. This will blow your mind. Okay, granted, he works his fucking ass off. He's done this for 7 years, on the grind, traveling to different cities, traveling the country, really doing it. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. I'm not saying you get in this, you make money, but it's possible, right? The numbers are there. The only person that's holding you back is yourself. So here's the thing, guys, is that this thing's happening, dude. This thing's happening with or without any of us. Here's our sales. From 2004 to 2011, we did $72 million in sales. 2011 to 2012, $117 million in sales. 2012, 2013, went from $117 million to $221 million in sales. That's $100 million in sales growth last year in a quote-unquote recession. And this year, we're predicted by financial analysts to grow another $200 million into over $450 million in sales. So let me tell you what that means for us. Is that how Vemma's pay scale works is that they take 50 cents out of every dollar of revenue that's created and they pay it back to the form of us for advertising. The other 50 cents of that dollar goes for making the products, manufacturing, paying employees, things like that. Okay? But here's the thing. So last year, we did $221 million in sales. That means they took $110 million and dispersed it to people just like me and you, okay, for going out and telling the word about their product. This company is predicted to at least match Avon. You hear what Katie said? Avon does $11 billion in sales. Okay, $11 billion. And they hit their momentum stage in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. You guys know what they didn't have in the 70s, 80s, and 90s? Technology, computers, internet, Facebook, Twitter. They built this business to $11 billion, going door-to-door sales, cold marketing, and sending letters to the mail. Dude, what do you think a generation that's literally, dude, we are desperate when it comes to money. We do not have many options. Combine that with the fact that we're the most socially connected generation of all time. Combine that with the fact that we're marketing a product that we already spend money on. Combine that with the fact that we're waking up to health consciousness. dude, what do you have? You legit have like a perfect storm of opportunity for us. You see, here's the thing, is that when this hits the tipping point, this is gonna roll, dude. Like, it's gonna roll. And you can see the momentum that we're hitting. So we're just blessed to be in it at this time before this thing really starts to hit. Because let me tell you, man, that when people see what's happening, 60 kids under the age of 25 years old have created a six-figure income in this business in the last year. 60 kids. Okay, and they're no different than me and you. I've met them, dude. I'm great friends with them. The kid that started it down at Arizona State, his name's Alex Morton. He's 24 years old. He's been doing this for 3 years. He makes $1 million a year. I met him when he was at Platinum, making 2 G's a month. He was where Katie is when I met him. All right, now he makes $1 million a year, and I'm great friends with him. He's normal. He's just like me and you. The only difference between us and him is he works his ass off, man. That's the difference, is time and consistent effort. So this is the last thing I want to leave with you guys with, is this. I think the reason I fell in love with this business model so much is the fact that it's people helping people at its core. We talk about these numbers. We talk about the amount of money you can make, and that's amazing. Okay, it's great, and again, that's what got me really excited in the beginning. But I think as you guys mature, throughout this business, as you start making the money, and you have the money, because that's your goal in the beginning, but once you get it, you start to kind of realize that it is more to it than that. Because there's a lot of ways to make money in the world, guys. There's a lot of ways to make money, actually, when you take a step back and look at what's going on. But there's not a lot of ways to make money in the world where you legitimately help other people become successful in order for yourself to become successful. You see, they call it what's called a complex interdependence between everybody involved in the business. In order for me to succeed, I got to help Jake. In order for Jake to succeed, he's got to help you. 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 So we're all in this thing together. Unlike all other businesses in the world where it's competition, we are one team, one dream. Our goal is to show people that it's actually possible to switch your spending from unhealthy products to healthy products, tell your friends to do the same thing, and you can legitimately, it's possible for you to never have to work a job again. I will never work a job for the rest of my life. I'm retired at 21 years old, dude. Like, if I quit working today, I keep making this money forever. Because it's residual income. It's passive income, guys, and I'm here to help you guys do the exact same thing. And even better than that, I'm here to help you avoid the mistakes that I made in the beginning. And we made a hell of a lot of mistakes, too. But we've gotten a lot better. So with that, I want to thank you guys so much for coming out. Talk about the different ways you can get started, because we've actually got some we have a new bonuses. Our CEO is a freaking genius, by the way. He just inserted a new bonuses for our team that's going to help us make ridiculous amounts more money. I'm actually having a training call for any that is an affiliate already that aren't fully, understanding the bonuses yet. I'm having a training call tomorrow at 8 on a webinar. Just go on the Facebook page, click it, we'll have it there, and I'm going to go through everything. Let me tell you, it is literally probably the most exciting thing that I've ever seen, because when you start to understand how you can leverage these things, dude, we're going to freaking make a lot of money. So with that, guys, thank you all so much for coming out. Give back your birthday.